welcome guests. How are all doing this fine afternoon, Dave? Wait, no, don't answer that. No, don't. Because for the next 4 to 6 minutes, it's going to be all about me. Now, you're all probably wondering, who is this boy you see in front of you? Who is this awkward, introverted boy who always wears these dumb hats? Well, why don't we start at the very beginning? It all started on 14th November, 1995. 7:21 a.m., Repas Hospital. A storm was brewing. The planets aligned. Suddenly, lightning, thunder stroke. And lo, a baby was born. A Malay baby. A small Malay baby that looked like a potato. Angelic choir sings. The gray clouds subsided. And the morning sun shined on the hospital, signaling the birth. Well, you guys already guessed it, probably guessed it already. The baby was none other than moi. Now fast forward to my school years, I was very infamous. Growing up, before I went to school, the only friends who were at my age that I've ever known were my family, my siblings, my cousins. You guys know the drill. So during my first time at primary school, it was really awkward. I didn't know anyone. Everyone and everything was very new to me. And during my primary school years, I cried a lot. And I mean, a lot. I was known as a huge crybaby at the time, and people were very careful to not hurt my feelings in case I had a tantrum. I was very ashamed of how sensitive I was, and the waterworks continued until the first half of my secondary school years. And speaking of secondary school, that brings me to my second point, secondary school. Ah yes, secondary school. One of the worst years of my life. Let me tell you, even though I cried during my primary school years a lot, it was okay. Secondary school was, however, terrible. I want to forget about it so bad. Now in secondary school, I was always alone. During break time, I always chose a secluded spot, and I wait there until break was over. Now, I was such a loner. My teachers, they noted how socially inept I was, and my classmates and friends took it to a point where they thought I was autistic. Now, on top of being a crybaby and a hermit, I was also a constant victim of bullying. I made many enemies during my secondary school years, and most of them I never even met. I barely even talked to. I don't even know their names, and yet they chose me as a victim of all people. Whenever I passed them by, they always hurled crude names at me, and that got to me. Those years were tough, and I was so thrilled to get out of secondary school. Now, sixth form wasn't all that great either, but at least it wasn't secondary school. Now, you're all probably asking, why am I talking about my school life, my past school life? Well, let me explain. Remember how I said I was a huge crybaby, I cried a lot, and it was from my primary school years to the first half of my secondary? Well, somewhere at the time, a voice sounded in my head. Hey, Hilman, grow up, be a man, stop crying anymore. And then I decided to toughen up, to grow thick skin. I was so tired of being down all the time. And it worked. I haven't cried years since then. My teardrops are dry. but it came with a consequence, with some consequences. Sorry. Now, ever since back then, I could never shed a tear, but ever since then, even I couldn't cry anymore. But at the same time, I couldn't smile. I couldn't really empathize with people. Nothing really touched me. I was drained of all emotions. My face became static. And let me tell you, it's not all good to be apathetic, to be static. It kind of hurts. Whenever I talk to people, whenever they talk to me, whenever people try to be nice to me, I always see them frown in the end because of how static my face was. It hurt. It really did. Because I do want them to be happy when I'm around. Now, fast forward again to last year. The year I graduated 6th form, and ever since then, life has gotten good for me. My self-esteem has gotten better. I've realized I wasn't so bad after all. I've acknowledged my good traits. I've done things which I've enjoyed. Acting, singing, dancing, drawing, making art, playing the piano. And I've surrounded myself with good people. Now, I was iffy at first about enrolling in UBD, but when I did enroll, no regrets, maybe. Now, UBD was a new start for me, so I wanted to make some changes. And one of the changes I made was my name. Now, most of you probably know, my real name is actually Hilman, but at UBD I decided to change it to Hilman, just to let go of the past. Now, actually, I don't really mind if you guys call me Hilman. Even in Toastmasters, when you need to call me by that name, I don't mind. But outside UBD, I'd rather you guys call me by Hilman. That's okay. Now, also, joining Toastmasters was one of the things I wanted to do for a new me. So I wanted to get rid of being so apathetic all the time, and I also wanted to stick to and improve on my public speaking. And I hope joining Toastmasters was actually the right choice for me. Ever since UBD, I've met some friendly and accepting people who I am so attached. I have so many families here in UBD. From the PAC family, Performing Arts Club, to the Drama and Theater Studies family, to the UBD FM family, and hopefully the same goes to my new family, the Toastmasters family. That's all from me. I pass the floor to the Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Hafiza.